Hi, it's Sarah here. How's it going? I hope you're having a great day today. I'm going to be doing a talk today on signs, synchronicity and discernment. So we can get signs and synchronicity from lots of different places. Often people think it's just from spirit, God, the archangels, the ascended masters, but we can also pull in signs and synchronicity from our soul, from our spirit, and also from our inner child. And this is one of the reasons why it's really important to use discernment, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So there are many different sorts of signs and synchronicities. You may see images through your third eye. You may hear voices. You may receive messages through dreams. You may always be at the right place at the right time. You may think about something and then it happens. You might hear messages through song lyrics, the same message over again. Or maybe you turn on YouTube and Facebook and there's the answer to your question. You might see messages on t-shirts, they're one of my favorites, a t-shirt slogan, or on a billboard, or on a book. There's many different ways. Numbers are really common too, and just if you receive lots of messages through numbers, there's a great book called Angel Numbers 101 by Doreen Virtue. So numbers we can receive number guidance through lots of different ways, like through number plates, through always seeing the same time when we wake up, from receiving nudges to look at our phone, and when we look at our phone, it's always the same time. So if you, for example, always wake up at 5 minutes past 6 at 6:05, then you could look up in the book and find the significance of 6:05, or you also always see 6:05 on a number plate, etc. If you are always seeing number sequences like 1111, 1212, 333, 444, that kind of thing, you can simply say, I call upon the energy of 1111, or I call upon the energy of 333, etc., just to receive that energy of the number sequence you are seeing. But the book is also very useful if you receive guidance through numbers on other ways too. So just to let you know that Spirit will only give you what you can handle. They're not going to freak you out. I had a friend and he was feeling quite low, and he said, I really want to feel and know the existence of angels. And he woke up the next morning to find his kitchen floor knee deep in feathers, but he could handle it. Spirit will not give you things that you can't handle. They also, just to let you know, Spirit have a sense of humor. I have a thing going with Spirit that if I see a number plate that's got 33 in it, I will look at the numbers on either side of that number plate, and then they will be significant to me. And there was one day where I was feeling very frustrated. I said, I'm not doing this, I'm not playing this game anymore, I'm not looking at 33 anymore. And I had to walk to a service station. And I've walked to the service station before, and it's usually very busy. There's lots of cars getting petrol. But I got there and it's completely deserted, apart from there was one car parked outside the shop. And yes, it had a 33 in its number plate. And I walked into the shop, got what I needed to buy, and then walked out. And there was no cars on the forecart. The car had gone, and there was another car in its place. And yes, it had a 33 in its number plate. So in the end, okay, Spirit, I will take notice of what you're trying to tell me through the 33s. And so Spirit have a sense of humor as well. So you create everything that you see and hear and touch and smell, etc., through your mind. And if you're receiving guidance from Spirit, it's going to be correct. They're going to give you correct guidance. However, you're filtering everything through your mind, and everything that you filter through your mind will be basically whether you feel safe to see it, whether you feel worthy of it, whether you feel deserving of it, and linked into that is how much self-love and self-compassion you have for yourself. Let me give you some examples. Say you wanted to travel and you had a choice of going to India and Canada, and you didn't know which one to go to. And you keep going on Facebook, and every time you go on Facebook, there's things about Canada, for example. And so you're getting all these signs and synchronicities. Oh, I should go to Canada. But what if you had a belief that if you go to India, you're going to be sick? That means you are going to be unconsciously pulling in signs and synchronicities to take you to go to Canada, because if you believe you go to India, then you'll be sick. So you'll pull in everything to make you go to Canada. And you'll see those signs and synchronicities and think, oh, Canada's where I need to go. But actually, maybe India was actually you would have got the best results. Say let's do self-worth. Say you had two partners, and you kind of were weighing up the pros and cons of these two partners, and one you had a lot more in common with the other one. There's a lot more signs and synchronicities. The other partner that there wasn't so many signs and synchronicities was actually really, really a nice person, good looking, really kind. But you went with the other one because of all the signs and synchronicities. And then really, the other one would have suited you better, but you didn't feel worthy of that one. So you pulled in the signs and synchronicities to make you go to the one that you felt worthy of. And the same with deserving. Maybe you have two jobs and one pays better than the other, but the signs and synchronicities are pushing you towards the lower paid one, and you think, okay, well, that must be the one Spirit wants me to have. No, not necessarily. Spirit will give you the right guidance, but you might be pulling in these signs and these synchronicities from your inner child who feels undeserving, from your mind you have beliefs that you're undeserving, and so you take the job that was less well paid. In other fact, you could have had the other one and you would have been absolutely fine. So you need to use your discernment when you are receiving signs and synchronicities. They are not always for your highest good. They are being filtered through your mind. If you don't have much self-love, self-compassion, if you have low self-worth, undeserving, or you have a lot of fear, you're going to pull in things that aren't correct for you. So you need to use your gut instinct. You need to use your intuition. But just be aware, your gut instinct, we store a lot of fear in our gut. So if your gut's feeling a lot of fear, it might not necessarily be that your gut instinct is telling you not to do it. It just might be that you've got a lot of fear about it. So just be aware of that. But use your common sense. Use your intuition. And we're going to be talking about developing your intuition in a minute. And just to let you know, if you are somebody that sees images through your third eye, if you are somebody that's you're hearing voices and receiving messages through voices, these may not necessarily be from Spirit or be true either. If your third eye is gummed up with fear or unforgiveness or guilt or shame, you're going to be seeing images that aren't true. You can also be receiving voices from entities, from ghosts who like to lead you up the wrong path. So if you're hearing voices, they might not necessarily be from an angelic realm. Even if they're telling you they are an angel, they can lie. They're entities. So again, if you hear a voice telling you to go and do something, don't just automatically do it. Use your intuition, use your common sense. Now, you might have heard of light codes. Light codes are frequencies of energy. And we tend to think, oh, light code's brilliant. But some light codes are really challenging. If you have unforgiveness, you will have light codes of deception. And this means that you will pull in trickster energy. And you are very likely to be misled. I had to learn this the hard way. You will get misled. I often read a book and then went back 2 weeks later and it said something completely different. Or I heard voices or I saw images and they weren't telling me the correct thing. This is why if you listen to a lot of my videos, there's a lot of videos I mention forgiveness, and because forgiveness is so important. My soul is part of a soul group. We're called Warrior Angels. And when humanity wants to go towards God, then we bring in beings. We incarnate as beings to bring people towards God, like Yeshua, Jesus, like Buddha, like Krishna, like Muhammad, except like Moses. They're all from my soul group. When humanity wants to turn away from God, we also bring in beings to turn humanity away from God, because that's what the collective has chosen. So anybody that's basically started a war, they came from my soul group too. So there was a time when the Atlanteans chose that Atlantis would fall, and a member of my soul group was responsible for that. One of my soul sisters had to take Atlantis down. Then when the Lemurians chose for Lemuria to go down, that was my job, my responsibility. And so my soul took that opportunity to go really deep into the dark to try and you can't lose your connection to God, but to not be able to feel its connection to God. And so as part of that, I was brainwashed into believing I wasn't allowed to forgive. And let's say, I don't know how long ago Lemuria was, let's say 100,000 years ago. I've had 100,000 years ago of not being able to forgive myself, and also to forgive some other people as well. And this has meant I've had some horrific lives, some horrendous lives. And this is why I always say it is so important to forgive. One of my soul missions this lifetime is to help people to realize how important it is for people to forgive. So if you want to get correct information, it is so vitally important that you forgive yourself and forgive others, otherwise you will have these codes of deception. So it is important to develop your intuition. One of the ways that you can do this is to meditate and find that still point, and that will allow your stillness. You'll be able to hear inner messages coming from your spirit, from your soul. You can listen to your dreams. You can use tarot cards, oracle cards. You can maybe ask a question and see if you receive guidance. Use your creativity as well. Do something really creative, because this helps develop your intuition. And a good way is to get a pack of playing cards and take out one red suit and one black suit. And then you shuffle those, turn them face down. Then you sit and look at them and imagine you're looking at them through your third eye. So through your third eye, you're looking at this card, the top card, and you're going to say, is this card red or black? And then see what you get and turn it over, and then go through, you'll have 26 cards. Go through those 26 cards and see how many you get right. And then just keep practicing over and over again. Then when you get really good at that, introduce the 4 and each suit, and then you can say which suit is it, and see when you get correct guidance, that kind of thing. So that's going to develop your intuition as well. It's also really important to acknowledge when you receive nudges, when you receive gut instinct, when you receive your intuition is coming through, whether you heed it or not. Look back in hindsight, oh, that was my intuition was trying to tell me that, to do that or not to do that. And I listened, yay, or I didn't listen. Okay, I'm really sorry, intuition, I'll try harder next time. So it's really important to acknowledge your intuition when it comes through. Another thing you can use to clear your third eye is this Hebrew letter here. This is Bet. And Bet helps you cut through illusions. So this is a Hebrew letter. It is a spiritual symbol. I've received a lot of guidance on these spiritual symbols that's on my YouTube channel. And all you have to do is imagine it is white, and keep imagining placing it in your third eye and say Bet as you put it in. And I've seen these letters, they glow, sometimes glowing white. I've seen them sometimes on fire. So they're there working away in the background, but they're something that you do need to keep using over and over again. Okay, so we are going to do a healing process too. We're going to do 2 actually healing processes. The first one is going to reunite the left and right hemispheres of our brain, our male doing with our female wisdom and being, and our creativity with our logic sides. And then we're going to do a healing process to calling God to help us free our mind. So one of the things we're going to be doing, I'm going to be asking you to do, is to tune into an area in your mind and then zone out. So just to practice what this is like, just put your finger in front of you, stare at your finger until your eyes go blurry and you see 2 fingers. And then just kind of take that blurriness, that I'm not really with it, that's out of zone, into your mind. So you're focusing on this point, it goes blurry, and then you're going to take that kind of blurriness into your mind. And that's what I need you to do when I ask you to tune out. Okay, so if you just like to shut your eyes, just have your hands palm up on your lap, And then just take in several deep breaths. And then I just want you to say after me, you can say this out loud or in your head, it doesn't matter. I call upon Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Sandalphon, and Archangel Metatron to set me in sacred space. I call upon Source of all that is. Source I use instead of God, but you can use God if you prefer. So I call upon Source of all that is to release all limiting beliefs, thought patterns and programs which are not serving the highest good. Please help me to return to divine mind. I am worthy and deserving of expansion. I choose to be free. I am safe to expand. I am sovereign. I am holy, sacred, and noble. I am pure love and light. I am forgiveness. I am creation. I am divine, God in human form. I also ask to receive my highest light codes and a freedom state. Thank you. And what I want you to do first of all, to start it off with, is imagine drawing an infinity symbol in your mind. An infinity symbol is a figure of 8. So it's going to be lying on its side, and you're going to start at the top left hand corner, go down to the top bottom left. Start at the top left corner, go down to the bottom left corner, and then up to the top right, and down to the bottom right, and then you're going back up to the left side again, top left. So just drawing a figure of 8, a gold figure of 8 in your mind from the left side to the right side. And what this is doing is reuniting your left and right side. Reuniting your logic side with your creativity side. Reuniting your left and right, masculine and feminine. Your doing with your being. Just keep drawing that figure of 8 over again. And this is just something that you can do just at home when you feel like it. It's good to do this in your heart, in the center of your chest, and in your mind. And I just want you to imagine in the center of your mind, right in the middle of your brain, a gold marble. A ball the size of a marble. It's gold. This is your pineal gland. And then I just want you to imagine putting your awareness inside this gold marble. So you can see it in the center of your brain. You're going to put your awareness right into the center of this gold marble, going deeper and deeper inside this gold marble. And as you're pushing in, what you're being aware of is that the area around you is starting to expand. And then as you're tuning in and focus inside this gold marble. And then I just want you to zone out, like you did when you looked at your fingers. So just let everything relax, let everything go blurry. And so you're just floating, you're just consciousness, you're just expansion. You're not limited within a body, you're infinite. Infinite expansion. There's no time, there's no where. And as you're in this expansive state, God's coming in, the angelic realm are coming in, and they're helping you clear away all these limiting beliefs and programs and patterns that are keeping you stuck. You might be able to see light, color. You might be aware of a tingling or a warmth or a love. You might not feel anything or see anything, and that's completely fine. And you're just aware that this golden marble is getting bigger and bigger. It's now the size of a tennis ball. It's growing bigger and bigger. And it's now bigger than your head, so your whole head is being encompassed in a big golden ball. And this energy is just gently clearing away. There's no pain, there's no fear. It's lovely and relaxed. You may want to feel your whole energy expand as though you're 10 times the size of your body, or even bigger. And as this energy is clearing out your limiting programs and patterns, you will start to return to divine mind. And divine mind means seeing everything from the high perspective. Everything is for your soul growth. You create everything you experience. And there's only love, there's only joy. We're living in a dream where it seems like everything, all these emotions are real and they're us, but they're not. That you're actually God in human form, inside a body. But you're actually infinite. The body's inside of you in reality. And you're welcome to sit in this energy as long as you like. But if you're ready, I'm just going to say thank you to the angelic realm and to Source. Bringing your awareness back to your body, wriggling your fingers, wriggling your toes. Just imagine grounding yourself back into your body. Imagine big golden roots coming down from your feet, going miles down into the earth. ground yourself back down. And then when you're ready, open your eyes. So I hope you found that useful. Feel free to use that technique as often as you want. Obviously, the more you use it, the quicker it's going to work. And just don't be afraid of signs and synchronicities. It's a lot of fun, but see it as a lot of fun. Don't see it as, oh, there's a sign that I must be on the right track. I'm going to follow this no matter what. Okay? Use your gut instinct, use common sense, use your intuition, use discernment. And just know that you do create out of fear, out of unworthiness, out of undeserving, how much love and compassion you have for yourself, etc. You will miscreate signs and synchronicities if you have those energies in your energy field and in your body, and if you have those kinds of beliefs. So I hope that you found that useful, and much love and many blessings from my heart to yours.